On a thru hike, your pack is either your best friend or your worst enemy. I carried a Nashville pack, and today we're going to chat about whether it was a friend or a foe. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the Nashville pack that I carried on my 2024 Pacific Crest Trail thru hike. We're going to talk about why I picked it. We're going to break down some of its key features, talk about why I carried 3 of them. We'll get to it. There's a good reason, I promise. If you're interested, check the description for links to this pack, as well as all of the gear that I carried on the PCT. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, this is the Nashville Pack Cutaway 30, and at only 15.4 ounces, this pack is perfect for ultralight backpacking. I knew that I wanted to travel as light as possible to accommodate all my camera gear and a few luxury items. But what I wanted to pack was fairly minimal, but I didn't want something that would compromise on comfort. There are a lot of things I like about this pack, but one of the things that I like most is the modular design if you own multiple Nashville packs. So things like straps, hip belts, and the shoulder straps are all interchangeable. They are sold separately and they can easily be changed from pack to pack. So it decreases cost of ownership when you own more than one Nashville pack because you're only paying for the pack body. This is the pack that I ended the trail with. I went through 3 Nashville packs. We'll get to the reason why. But hands down, the thing that I love most that drew me to Nashville Pack initially were these running vest style straps. They have tons of storage, which is great, but they also are wider, more comfy, and they feel more secure. I originally was attracted to them because when I was using the much smaller pack, which we'll get to again, it's just embarrassing. But when I started with that smaller pack, I had this dream of being able to run some of the trail. And I was able to run some of the trail in that pack with these straps because they're just so secure. They really strap everything down, and I was getting very little bounce, which is nearly impossible to get out of a backpacking backpack. So it was just it was called the Nashville Pack Bridge. I think it was 23-ish liters. They don't make it anymore. But it was kind of a bridge between their more backpacking backpacks and their more like fleet day pack, fast packing packs. It's not available anymore, but the 20 liter of the Cutaway, which is why they got rid of it because they were essentially the same, is really, really comparable. And I'm sure it's super runnable, just like the Bridge was. At 30 liters, I didn't feel like it was runnable. It's bigger, you know, it's bigger. You're carrying more weight. Hello, hey, if you are sitting there thinking, oh, I want to travel more, I want to go on more adventures, come with me. I host trips around the world. We've been hiking in Patagonia, we went looking for the Northern Lights in Iceland, trekking in Nepal, camping in Banff, Canada, in the Canadian Rockies. We do it all, and we have a real good time. Everyone's welcome, and all the details for any current trips, just click that little bubble up in the top corner, or go to my website, jjb.life/travel. And we almost always make at least one group cringy TikTok. So come hang out with us. We're a real good time. Okay, a few of the key features of this pack. So this is the 30 liter pack. And for me, this was the perfect size. That's going to be small for some people. It's just up to personal preference. It does come in a 40 liter as well, but 30 liter was great for me, and it's what I would use in the future. So a few of my favorite things about this pack. First and foremost, this huge pocket here on the bottom. This is accessible during the day right here, and so it was amazing to keep snacks and lunch in. It's really shocking how much of a chore it feels to take your pack off when you're in the middle of a hiking day. So being able to access things without having to get your pack off and inside it was really great. Next, this huge pocket in the front. This is like I really pushed this pocket to its limit. It's one of the reasons my 30-liter pack worked for me. There were times that this was holding on for dear life. And then, I mean, again, hands down, number one, because of the comfort and security of these running vest style straps, but number two, because they're modular. And now that I have more than one Nashville pack, it's nice that I don't have to buy new straps. I can just change them pretty quickly and easily, honestly. The other thing with these straps is just comfort. I mean, any pack, especially when your pack's loaded, so when you're just coming out of town and getting back on trail and going uphill, any pack is gonna make your shoulders sore. But way less than other packs that I've owned, just because, again, it's padded and it's wide, so the weight is just really evenly distributed. Okay, why did I go through 3 Nashville packs? Well, it was to no fault of Nashville Pack. They all performed brilliantly. But I started with this. This is the Nashville Pack Bridge. And this was a middle point between their Cutaway, which is their thru-hiking pack, and another pack that was meant for more short-term, light, fleet journeys. And I went with this. It's very aggressive to go with 20 liters, but I do pack pretty light. My gear is pretty light. But I had this dream of being able to run some of the trail at some point, which I absolutely could have with this pack because of the size of the pack and because of those running vest style straps. I could run in this comfortably, securely. It felt strapped down. 99% of backpacks are not runnable. It's not what they're meant for. They're going to bounce. You can't comfortably run longer distances in them. But this, I could. It just was too small. And I wish I would have known it earlier, but I made the unfortunate decision, like we talked about earlier, not to try it out until 2 hours before I left for the airport. So I was lucky enough that Nashville Pack sent me a 30-liter version. I was able to order it on the way to the airport. I ordered this 30-liter version and they were able to send it to me to pick up in Idlewild. So it was like 3 to 4 weeks into the trail, 2, 3, I don't know, somewhere in there. And this is the one that I carried the majority of the trail until I think the Oregon border. Those are both DCF, Dyneema Cuban fabric, which is really, really light. But Nashville Pack reached out and asked if I wanted to test a pack made out of the new Ultralight fabric. This is a fabric new to the outdoor world. It's different from the DCF and other similar fabrics because it doesn't require glue to attach the layers, which in turn means that it is much less likely, if not impossible, to delaminate. That's one of the biggest problems with DCF, and this fabric does not experience it. I'm not an expert in it. I'll make more content about it once I've tried it more and know more about it. As I understand it, it's definitely heavier than DCF, but apparently much more rugged than DCF. So far, very happy with it, and I tried this for the last month or so for Washington, basically. I had it for the last month or 2 of the trail, and I was really happy with it. So I'm excited to keep using it and see how it performs. The one thing I'm going to mention with a lot of disclaimers and caveats, these packs are not waterproof. They're not waterproof. That being said, there was a section of trail, we were in Yosemite, I believe, and my pack liner broke and I forgot to replace it in our town stop. But I wasn't that worried about it because it had rained once in the first 3 months that we'd been on the trail. So I wasn't that worried about it. And of course, we had a huge downpour in the mountains. And it was fine. Yeah, everything inside was totally dry. I cannot reiterate enough, these are not waterproof. They are not advertised as waterproof. Do not expect them to be waterproof. But if you choose a fabric that is waterproof and you're in a bind, I got lucky and it performed really, really, really well. But did I mention that they're not waterproof? At the end of the day, the Nashville Pack worked for me because it is lightweight, it was durable, and I think more than anything, I love those trail running vest straps. There's just so much storage and they're so comfortable and they feel so secure. And as a bigger person, they just feel more substantial and I like them. But what's your go-to pack for hiking? For regular hiking? For through hiking? Or do you have questions about the Cutaway 30? Ask. I might be able to answer them. If not, I know people who can. If you're interested in this pack or any of the gear that I carried on my PCT Thru-Hike, it's all in the description. The links are there, so go check it out. And as always, thanks for watching, subscribe, do all the things. Have a good one. See you next time. Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?